Right now, protests and celebration continue across the country today after the U.S. Supreme Court eliminates the constitutional right to abortion. Plus, how local communities are reacting as hundreds gathered at the state capitol today in protest. And President Biden signs an historic gun legislation into law. We're going to share what that bill includes. That's all coming up at 10. But we begin with breaking. County deputies say that they have found the remains of 22-year-old Parker Cruz, who went missing after a boat collision in the Wisconsin River last year. Just before 3:30 this afternoon, the Grant County Sheriff's Office received a call from a group of people canoeing in the river. They said that they thought that they had found the remains of Cruz. Those remains were found on Steamboat Island. They were then transported back to shore, and Cruz's family's members identified them as Parker. Cruz was thrown overboard after a boat collision last July. Cruz's family says that he was wearing a life jacket, but in his haste to help others on the boat, his jacket wasn't properly fastened. Democrats are holding their state party convention in La Crosse this weekend. Political reporter Will Keneally shares more from the event as day one wraps up.
Day one of the Democratic State Party Convention just wrapped up, as you can see behind me. And we've already heard from members of the congressional delegation, like Ron Kind and Tammy Baldwin, and Congressman Mark Pocan, who says November's elections are key for Democrats.
If we want to hold the Democratic majority in the House of Representatives, we must hold on to Ron Kind's 3rd congressional district. If we don't win and hold seats in the state assembly and Senate, the governor's veto can't be upheld. And if we don't keep Josh Kaul as our attorney general, corporations and special interests will run the office.
November's elections are expected to be bad for Democrats. The president's party generally loses seats in the midterm. But Democrats say abortion could be a motivating issue to drive blue turnout. We just heard from the governor, and we're expected to hear from U.S. Senate candidates tomorrow morning. Reporting from La Crosse, Will Keneally, News 3 Now.
Meanwhile, the GOP says that Democratic policies are failing Wisconsinites. Early today, the RNC and the Republican Party of Wisconsin held a virtual press conference. Now, during that time, Chairman Paul Farrow talked about how record high inflation is impacting people in the state. He said, quote, Democrats are on thin ice. According to an estimate from Congress's Joint Economic Committee, inflation is now costing the average American family an extra $635 per month. Wisconsinites can no longer afford Democrats' costly agenda any longer. We cannot sustain this, end quote. Protesters from both for and against abortion rights were back out in front of the Supreme Court this afternoon. Demonstrators are expected to take to the streets in more than 50 different cities throughout this weekend after the U.S. Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade yesterday. 26 states petitioned the court to overturn Roe. 13 already have laws on the books that would ban abortion almost immediately. The others are poised to ban or greatly restrict it.
It is about babies. It's about her rights. It's about my rights. It's about making sure that she and I have the life that we deserve to have.
Each state is going to sort these things out. In Texas, we're going to protect innocent human life in the womb.
States where abortion is still legal are gearing up to offer reproductive health care for the influx of people crossing the state lines. In Minnesota, Governor Tim Walz signed an executive order meant to protect Minnesota abortion services from laws in neighboring states. Protesting in Iowa turned dangerous after a vehicle hit a pedestrian earlier today. Cedar Rapids police say that the pedestrian was legally crossing in the street in the front of the federal courthouse when this truck struck them. Video shows the truck pushing through a group of protesters at the time. Police say an investigation shows the demonstrators had the right of way, but the light changed. They say words were exchanged between the protesters and the pickup truck driver, and that's when this incident happened. The injured person was taken to the hospital with minor injuries. Police did not arrest the driver and have not said if they're going to face any charges. In Arizona, authorities used tear gas to disperse a crowd protesting in front of the state capitol late Friday. An Arizona Department of Public Safety spokesperson says the protesters repeatedly pounded on the glass doors of the state Senate building. He said the group moved across the street to a plaza where the tear gas was deployed. With no program or official group taking charge, people in Madison gathered downtown, united in shared outrage and a common goal. Our Talia Mahodin was there and is sharing what their fight is now, what they consider with their right to choose.
Our lawmakers need to hear us. They need to listen to us.
Beneath the symbol of Wisconsin's dedication to progress. Forward. A couple hundred people believing the state isn't living up to its motto.
There are disgusting people making laws and rules about what can be done with my body and other people's bodies.
Feeling both sad and outraged to see Wisconsin's pre-Civil War abortion ban back in effect.
It was a nightmare that you hope you never actually see. And yesterday when I saw that, I was shocked. I was appalled. I was horrified. And I was just really upset. I felt sick to my stomach that this is actually happening.
Rally participants like Sunday school teacher Cassidy Mertzig taking turns sharing their experiences with abortion, working to destigmatize the issue.
I see a lot of my Christian friends using their religion as an excuse to be bigoted, and it hurts because that's not right. It's just not right.
And hoping their presence will motivate those with offices inside the Capitol building to make change.
Politics right now are pretty embarrassing to Americans. We need to make sure that they are listening to our voices and they understand that if they don't, there are consequences, and we will vote people in who do listen.
And encourage others to do their part.
Give money when you can and vote, rally, yell, anything you can do to make a difference, you know.
In Madison, Tahlil Muhaddin, News 3 Now.
This is the second day in a row that people have gathered at the state capitol since the Supreme Court ruled to overturn Roe. Hundreds also gathered in downtown Appleton today to express their dismay with the Supreme Court decision.
I felt that way because I have been trying to enforce empowering women to speak for themselves, to speak for their rights, all rights. And I have a daughter who's 13 who also has less rights now than I do. It's really sad.
Several protesters said this decision is, quote, disgusting. Many also agreed no one should have to worry about their rights being taken away in this day and age. Meanwhile, in a press conference, leaders within the Diocese of Green Bay say they are welcoming the overturning of Roe v. Wade with gratitude.
We know that there is still much more work to be done so that all life, whatever its stage, might be reverenced and protected.
We have abundant resources available through our public, private, and church partnerships. There is really no reason for a mom or a dad in this area to feel alone or unsupported.
Meanwhile, Madison Mayor Sutton Rhodes Conway says Madison police will not be arresting any abortion providers. Madison has one of the state's 3 abortion clinics, and the mayor says police have bigger priorities than arresting providers.
The police department doesn't have the capacity or the expertise to enforce that law, and we in the mayor's office but also at the common council level support the chief in not enforcing that law here in Madison.
In addition to the mayor, State Attorney General Josh Kaul and Dane County's district attorney say they will not be prosecuting any abortion providers in the county. The Dane County Sheriff also says he will not be using any resources to enforce the abortion ban. We know this is a ton of information all at once, so if you have any questions or if you're looking for more content, make sure to head to our website, channel3000.com. You're going to find a special section on our homepage there. All right, let's get a look at your certified most accurate forecast now with Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti on the weather patio.
Right, it's still kind of humid out here, but the rain is over with, and it looks like skies will actually start to clear before too long. The time lapse from the WISC Sky Cam showed a little bit of sunshine on the horizon early this morning, and then the clouds and the rain moved in, and it was pretty cloudy for much of the day, other than a couple of breaks in the clouds during the afternoon. But right now, some strong to severe thunderstorms moving through parts of central Illinois, some showers up to the north and the northeastern portion of the state, but nothing really in between. So right now it looks like our weather is going to stay dry. High temperatures today mainly in the mid-70s here in Madison, 75, 72 to the south of Janesville, where they had rain hanging on a little bit longer, and current temperatures now are in the upper 60s, but dew point temperatures are still in the middle 60s, so it's pretty humid out there. Those dew points drop off pretty rapidly to the west of La Crosse, so by tomorrow morning we'll drop to about 61 in Madison. The skies clear out, and tomorrow should be a sunny, breezy, and cool day with a high temperature of 72. Later on, I'll take a look at a forecast that includes warmer weather as we head into the middle part of next week.
All right, we'll take it, Gary. Thanks so much. President Biden has signed into law the first major federal gun safety legislation in decades. Biden signed the bipartisan measure Saturday at the White House. This bill received final passage in the House Friday with 14 Republican votes. It followed the Senate's green light on late Thursday night's vote. The package includes millions of dollars for school safety and mental health crisis and intervention programs. There's also changes to the process to buy firearms for people ages 18 to 21. Lawmakers' action to address gun violence comes in the wake of the deadly mass shootings in both Buffalo, New York, and Uvalde, Texas. An annual Pride parade in Norway's capital was canceled today following a deadly shooting at the popular gay nightclub. Police are investigating a motive after 2 people were killed and more than 20 injured. Officers received multiple calls about the shooting early this morning. The 42-year-old suspect is in custody and is facing terrorism charges. Despite Pride events being canceled, Norwegians still gathered in Oslo this afternoon in a display of solidarity. Several thousand people chanted and waved rainbow flags as they marched down the city's streets. Norway's prime minister later said that let there be no doubt, we are a community, we are a diverse, strong community, and we will never let threatening or giving up or people threatening to give up our values. Pride celebrations also took place in other parts of the world this weekend. Check this one out. 1,000 people formed a human pride flag outside of the Sydney Opera House, making the city's anniversary of the first gay and lesbian Mardi Gras. Sydney is hosting World Pride next year. It's a 17-day celebration, and it's going to feature over 300 events. Organizers expect more than 1 million people to participate. Next at 10, hiking for a good cause, how one organization is helping veterans find a home right after the break.
Get inspired. Tour 30 custom homes and see the newest trends. The Parade of Homes, exclusively sponsored by Nuns, is open daily June 17th through 26th. Visit MadisonParadeOfHomes.com for tickets and more information.
Spectrum presents Stream Home Makeover with JoJo.
We transform the Joneses' home, upgrading their entertainment experience with the best TV and internet services from Spectrum. Let's go! With Spectrum TV, you get your favorite channels and streaming apps, plus tons of on-demand.
Switch to Spectrum TV and Internet for only $49.99 a month each with no contract. Call 1-844-480-4713.
Ready for more? Take a look. With the free Spectrum TV app, you can stream live sports, news, and more on all your devices, inside, outside, and on the go.
Wow, that's awesome!
There's more. We powered up the game room with Spectrum Internet, which gives you the fast, reliable speeds you need to power all your devices. And it comes with free security suite, so you can feel completely safe and secure.
Switch to Spectrum TV and Internet for only $49.99 a month each with free modem. Call 1-844-480-4713.
Give your home a Spectrum Stream home makeover. Call now.
Once upon a time, before Jill said yes, she learned she had IBS-C and could treat it with Linzess. That's why some things helped, but her constipation with belly pain would often return. Maybe there was another way, or something left to learn. When her doctor connected the belly pain, discomfort, and bloating to IBS-C, it made sense to Jill. So did learning that she could treat it with a once-daily pill. And that's why she said yes to adding Linzess. Linzess is not a laxative. It helps you have more frequent and complete bowel movements, and is proven to help relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. Do not give Linzess to children less than 2. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling. Could your story also be about IBS-C? Talk to your doctor and say yes to Linzess. Learn how AbbVie and Ironwood could help you save on Linzess.
Tomorrow we'll have the latest on protests following the overturning of Roe v. Wade.
And we're still anticipating quite the cool down heading into our Sunday. We'll give you the latest forecast Sunday morning from 6:30 to 8.
Concerts on the Square comes home to the Capitol Square Wednesday, June 29th. Enjoy a performance by the Wisconsin Chamber Orchestra with family and friends at this totally free event starting at 7 p.m. Learn more at WCOconcerts.org.
Veterans got a chance to hike from Boulder to Edgerton today, all to raise awareness for an important cause. Our Catherine Merck spoke with organizers and veterans about what this event means to them.
Well, I actually came up with the idea.
A 24.6-mile hike in Army boots felt easy compared to what Fred Falk has been through.
Our mileage went by quickly because people were reliving Vietnam, Desert Storm, Iraq, Afghanistan.
He's one of many vets and active duty hikers who made the trip from Beloit to Edgerton. It's part of the Hike for Hope that Fred says is worth each step.
There's a significant need for veteran housing. There's a huge shortage statewide.
According to event organizers, homeless service providers complete an annual street count to identify those experiencing homelessness. In January of last year, the street count identified over 2,000 homeless people that were part of a household with at least one child. Of these people, 168 were veterans. That's where the 210 West Fulton Project decided they can turn an old building into housing for veterans who need it.
As we are launching an exciting project to save the oldest building in town, which was built in 1854, and rehab it into 6 ADA-compliant housing units for low-income veterans in our community.
Today's event met steps toward achieving an even bigger goal. They're hoping the more miles they walk, the more veterans can get help.
It was absolutely inspirational for me. I'm 73 years old, so to be with some much younger troopers was just great.
Fred's big boots are making some big strides.
Our town is going to work to make it better for our vets in our community.
In Edgerton, I'm Catherine Merck for News 3 Now.
Organizers say the money they raised today, plus other grants they're being given, the Edgerton Community Outreach has raised $2.1 million for the cause. For more information on how you can donate, go to our website, channel3000.com. Okay, let's get another look at your certified most accurate forecast with meteorologist Gary Canalti.
Well, skies were cloudy all day today. We had some showers, but tomorrow should be a different day. 3 things you need to know in our forecast. Look for it to be breezy, but those winds out of the northwest will bring in much drier air, so it'll feel noticeably less humid. It also will be sunny and rather cool. High temperatures topping out in the lower 70s. We'll be back to the 80s, though, by Tuesday with probably upper 70s in between on Monday. And there'll be some thunderstorm chances late Tuesday, late Thursday into those nights. But outside of that, we should see dry weather for pretty much all of the upcoming weekend into the 4th of July weekend. You can see on high-resolution Doppler radar, no precipitation across southern Wisconsin. There still are some showers up in the northern portion of the state, and down to the south there have been some strong to severe thunderstorms over parts of northern Illinois, but we're kind of in between. And the low clouds kept our temperatures cool enough to prevent us from getting any severe weather. That's been occurring farther to the south, where temperatures reach the upper 80s in central Illinois while staying in the 70s closer to Chicago. Heat continues down to the south, almost 100 degrees today in St. Louis, but to the north and west, much more tolerable weather, mainly 70s and low 80s. And current temperatures now upper 60s to around 70 here, but it is cooler to the north and west. 50s now, northern Minnesota, much of North Dakota, and the dew point temperatures drop off from the mid 60s here to around 50 in the Twin Cities and in the 40s out to the west. So when the air dries out, we'll get cooler at night. The daytime high temperatures, though, should start warming up pretty quickly already by Monday. The jet stream right in between, allowing a little bit of that cooler air to start settling southward. The heat just shifting a little bit to the east. Notice that clockwise circulation in the upper levels of the atmosphere. That's high pressure that's just kind of causing the air to sink and dry out and really warm up. That's where the hot temperatures have been today. A lot of those areas under heat advisories for tomorrow, but you can see our rain coming to an end as the showers and thunderstorms moved into slightly drier air, and a cold front has come through. A second front to the north and west continuing to drop the temperatures a little bit more. So 60s and low 70s here, mid 60s to the north, and then 50s farther to the north in parts of northern Minnesota. On future track, skies clear out overnight. Tomorrow, lots of sunshine, but with winds from the northwest, temperatures only reach the lower 70s. Clear, a little cooler tomorrow night. Low temperatures dropping into the low 50s. And then notice on Monday, lots of sunshine, temperatures in the upper 70s. The next weather system, trying to paint some showers here. I don't even think they'll make it into Wisconsin. Our better chances for rain will probably come sometime later Tuesday afternoon into Tuesday night as a cold front starts to approach from the north and west. But those showers and thunderstorms will be pretty widely scattered to be out of here by Tuesday evening, and then more sunshine out to the west arrives for Wednesday, and that'll bring temperatures right back up into the middle 80s. Tomorrow, look for mostly sunny skies. It'll be breezy and cool, a little bit less humid with a high temperature of 72, but up to 77 on Monday, 82 on Tuesday. Again, that slight chance for a shower or thunderstorm in the afternoon and evening. Wednesday will be dry, maybe a little better chance for thunderstorms late Thursday afternoon into Thursday night, ending in showers on Friday morning. A little bit of a cool down in temperatures there. Whoops, for some reason we passed the rest of the 10-day forecast, but the 4th of July weekend looking very nice. 79 Saturday, 82 Sunday, and 85 for the 4th, and no rain on any of those days.
Yeah, it was a beautiful shot of the Capitol tonight, so, you know, it all works out, right?
Yeah, it'd be nice if we get rid of the humidity.
Yeah, I'm with you, Gary. Thank you. Sure. In case you missed it earlier, a group of Wisconsin football players teamed up for a great cause this afternoon. We're going to have all the details coming up with sports and Jordan next.
Want to know right now what the weather will be like for tomorrow? Download the First Warn Weather app and get my 48-hour forecast to help plan your day.
The First Warn Weather app. Get it now. Powered by News 3 Now.
Are you ready to make junk disappear?
I've never been more ready in my life.
We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point. Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK. We'll be there before you hang up the phone.
Inflation is a tax hitting Wisconsin families and businesses, especially at the pump. But the Biden administration cut American energy production.
These are their policies. They want to drive up the price of fossil fuel. They want to drive up the price of energy. So apparently we use less of it.
Senator Ron Johnson is fighting to restore American energy independence. Johnson helped write legislation to finish the Keystone Pipeline, expand U.S. oil production, and promote natural gas. Tell Senator Johnson, keep fighting for American energy independence.
Meet Febrez's Miracle Spray, Febreze Fabric Refresher.
I literally use this every day to make my house smell amazing. After I make the bed, after my dog jumps off the couch. So I can wear my jacket or jeans one more time before I wash them again. It even makes shoes smell fresh. It doesn't cover up odors with scent, but actually eliminates them.
Over 1,000 uses. Febreze Fabric Refresher.
Those brave men and women of our armed forces, generations of them. Why should today's burdens fall back onto them? They were there for us. Now let's be there for them. Your local Wisconsin energy providers and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund are working together to deliver Wisconsin veterans in crisis heat, power, and help staying in their home. But they can't do it alone. Donate today.
When we needed new doors and windows for our home, we were looking for someone we could trust.
We've done the bargain brand windows. We've done the runaround.
What we loved about Next Door and Window is that they were different. The experts guided us through every step of their no-pressure process.
We really loved their educational approach. Next Door and Window helped us understand what was right for us.
They have a totally different approach to doors and windows. They made the window and door replacement process simple.
Call 844-600-NEXT to get 50% off your installation.
$5,000 a year. That's the burden of Joe Biden's inflation tax on Wisconsin families. They can't afford it. From the grocery store to the gas station, we're all paying the price for Biden's massive deficit spending. Ron Johnson has the courage to say no to spending that is mortgaging our children's future. And his small business tax cuts help them compete and survive the pandemic.
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
Are you ready to make junk disappear?
I've never been more ready in my life.
We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point. Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK. We'll be there before you hang up the phone.
DK returned to his old stomping grounds today to host his inaugural football camp. Over a dozen of his teammates, including Graham Merce and Braylon Allen, showed up to support, but also helped teach more than 70 kids who participated in the camp at Waukesha North High School. Over that span, the Badgers taught everything from rules and passing to blocking and routes. I mean, you name it, they covered it. DK says he's always wanted to hold a camp like this, and with the NIL coming around last year, it sped up the process. Because for him, the inspiration for today's camp comes from a very personal place.
One of my best friends in high school passed away from a heart condition that could have been detected by EKG, and his parents, are great people, and they started a foundation, the Kyler Memorial Fund, and I always knew I wanted to do something to give back to it, so I thought it was my opportunity, and I think it was a big success today. Hopefully, we did a good thing for them.
I mean, whether it's on the lake, here, throwing, working out, whenever you get around your guys and hang out, those are memories you cherish forever. So this is something we'll never forget.
And with the success of the camp, DK hopes this is the first of many. The proceeds from today will benefit the Kai Lermer Memorial Fund. Brewers didn't get off to the best start in this series with the Blue Jays. Toronto took the opener last night behind a 9-run performance, but the Crew has a chance to even it up this afternoon, still rocking the City Connect threads. And of course, speaking of Connect, Tyrone Taylor drops one into center, drives in an early run. Well, the Crew strike again in the next inning. Willie Adames makes it 2-0. Then Andrew McCutcheon goes yard with a 2-run shot. The Blue Jays, they're held scoreless until the 5th. Corbin Burns is out there dealing. Things do get away from him later in the game, but the Crew hold on to win it 5-4. The rubber match is tomorrow. Halfway through the homestand, the Mallards breaking out the bats tonight. They take game 1 of their series with the Jackrabbits 7-3. Game 2 is tomorrow at the Duck Pond. First pitch is at 4:05. And moving day at the U.S. Senior Open Championship, Steve Stricker sitting 1 shot off the lead coming into the 3rd round. He opens up the back 9 with a birdie. Then things get rocky. He ends up having 4 more bogeys. Stricker falls back 3 spots on the leaderboard, is tied for 5th, and heads into the final round 8 shots off the lead.
Pretty fun day out there today.
Yeah, no, it was just a very wholesome experience getting to see the players and just the kids interact and everything. So it was awesome being able to be there.
It really was. Thanks so much, Jordan. We're going to be right back.
The guaranteed best mattress deals in Wisconsin are happening now at Ashley Stars and Stripes sale. Save $1,000 on luxury brands, plus bonus offers only available in store. Get 5 years special financing and 5-day delivery on all in-stock mattresses. Don't miss it. Only at Ashley.
Get inspired. Tour 30 custom homes and see the newest trends. The Parade of Homes, exclusively sponsored by Nuns, is open daily June 17th through 26th. Visit MadisonParadeOfHomes.com for tickets and more information.
When our daughter and her kids moved in with us, our bargain detergent couldn't keep up.
Turns out it's mostly water.
So we switched back to Tide. One wash, stains are gone.
Don't pay for water. Pay for clean. It's gotta be Tide.
When you really need to sleep, you reach for the really good stuff. ZzzQuil Ultra helps you sleep better and longer when you need it most. It's non-habit forming and powered by the makers of NyQuil. ZzzQuil Ultra, when you really, really need to sleep.
Here's a dose of reality. Driving under the influence of prescription painkillers is just as illegal and just as deadly as driving drunk. In fact, drugged driving deaths in Wisconsin have increased nearly 200% over the past 10 years. Help prevent drugged driving, and let's achieve 0 preventable deaths on Wisconsin roadways. Driving on pills kills.
Tired of millionaires in the Senate like Ron Johnson who only look out for the rich and powerful? Mandela Barnes will be a voice for hard-working middle-class families. As the son of a teacher and a third-shift factory worker, he gets it. He'll make the big corporations and the rich pay their fair share and lower middle-class taxes to make things more affordable for us. Mandela Barnes knows it's about the middle class, not the millionaires. Courageous Leaders PAC Inc. is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Hy-Vee hot deals are super hot this Friday through Sunday. Fresh avocados, 5 for only $5. Whole seedless watermelon, only $3.99. Basket and bushel strawberries, only $3.99 for a 2-pound pack. Lunchables, 3 for only $4 with coupon. And the savings are hotter than hot on Cottonelle bath tissue. 6 mega rolls for only $4.99 with coupon. Scan the QR code and check out HyVeeDeals.com for more deals.
The Spring Green Art Fair is coming June 25th and 26th to downtown Spring Green. Hundreds of artists from around the nation will be there both days. Don't miss the fun and excitement June 25th and 26th in Spring Green.
The Stars and Stripes sale is happening now at Ashley. Don't miss our biggest savings this summer. Shop early for doorbuster discounts up to 52% off while supplies last. Plus a holiday bonus of 5% off at checkout. And 5 years special financing and a $1,000 purchase is just $21 a month. Only at Ashley.
Join me in the 608 weekdays on News 3 Now this morning.
Okay, one of the world's most popular condiments is getting its new gig, a limited edition ketchup-flavored ice pop called the Frenchicle. It's made by French's. It's described as a savory tomato-flavored balance with a hint of salty sweetness. Right now, it's only available at a few pop-up locations in Canada, of all places. The popsicles were created in collaboration with the Canadian ice pop brand Happy Pops. This isn't French's first time that they've done this before. In the past few years, the company has also brought on French's mustard ice cream and mustard beer. Now,
I was going to say that would go very well with the mustard ice cream. or mustard custard that Culver's had.
I have to ask, you are a Chicago Cubs fan, so there's no ketchup on on dogs there, right?
On a hot dog. I wouldn't put a popsicle on a hot dog either, though. So let's be honest there.
Are we going to need popsicles, though, in the coming days? Are we going to need those popsicles?
Tomorrow, actually, the skies will clear out. The rain is pretty much over with. Temperatures right now, upper 60s. The dew points are dropping, so tomorrow look for a high temperature of about 72, a lot cooler than today.
Gary, thanks so much for that good news, and good night, everyone.